Just like other methods, simulation has some advantages and limitations. Simulations can be expensive, they take up space, and requires training, which results in them not being readily available for all students. However, simulations' interactive way, engaging learners experience situations close to reality, were clearly evident in the studies we saw in improving learners' skills. Our next instructional method is role playing. This is where learners participate in an unrehearsed dramatization to elicit feelings, making it primarily used in effective domain learning. It's also a form of simulation that usually lasts from 5 to 20 minutes, and it mimics a real situation in a sense that focuses on how people would behave in a certain way. An example of this is when an educator makes students wear special glasses, which is seen in this photo, to simulate the experience of those with vision impairment. By doing this, learners are able to sensitize and have a better comprehension of one's lens. The educator here can be a facilitator that designs realistic scenarios and assigns roles to each learner. They can also be an active participant by being a positive model in showing what should be done in a given situation. When using this with a first-time group session, it's important to be cautious because for role-playing to be effective, learners should be comfortable and have established rapport with each other and the educator so that feelings of self-consciousness are limited. Sometimes we fail to recognize how people are feeling and appreciate their experiences because we only see what they choose to show us. In role playing, learners gain experience to walk into someone else's shoes, allowing them to discover their own beliefs, attitudes, and values. It also gives them the opportunity to improve their understanding of interpersonal relationships, and it's useful in teaching cultural competence because participants are able to obtain feedback from each other through discussions of what they experienced and how they felt about it. Being able to assume a role is such a humbling experience because it enhances our ability to relate to that person more, which ultimately helps our delivery of care. As you can see, there are quite a lot of advantages for role playing. They are that learners are active and it bridges the gap between understanding and feeling. It also offers a chance to explore feelings and emotions, helps narrow the role distance between and among clients and professionals, and is useful for effective domain learning. Some limitations of role play is that it's more appropriate for smaller groups. Learners can exaggerate or underdevelop the role. It might help lose realism if it's too dramatic, and the learner can feel uncomfortable. So, why is role playing important? Well, for care partners, caring for a person living with dementia, training programs that teach them information such as communication strategies, how to handle behavioral problems, and task simplification have shown to increase their self-efficacy and reduce feelings of caregiver burden. One of these training programs is called STAR. STAR is an 8-week training program for staff in assisted living residences who are caring for people living with dementia. This program utilizes various forms of instruction such as lectures and discussions, which has increased care partner knowledge of dementia. But they also incorporate role play, which has significantly improved their feeling of competence and ability to establish relationships with residents. These findings support our reading in the sense that role play targets the effective domain of learning. Next, we have role modeling. This is an instructional method primarily used in the affective domain of learning. Here, the teacher uses themselves to model behaviors that the learner may imitate or adopt as he or she is socialized into a role. Learning from role modeling is called identification and emanates from socialization theories like Erikson's psychosocial stages and Bandura's social learning theory. Some examples of role models are teachers and mentors that help guide, support, and socialize us students. I'd like for you guys to think of an OT that you perceive as a mentor. How have they motivated you, shaped you, your ideas and values? How do they interact with clients, and how passionate are they about OT? How has all this impacted the way you want to be as a practicing clinician? Are there any similarities or differences between the two of you? impact role modeling has on a learner. The behaviors exemplified by an educator can greatly influence students. As we just learned, role modeling can influence students' behaviors. As a result, if an educator is considered to be a positive role model, then the student will adopt socially desired behaviors. The opposite is true for negative role models who can impact students' adoption of unacceptable behaviors. With this information, we should be meticulous in the role models we choose, and as future educators, we should always aim to be positive role models for our clients and future mentees. The final instructional method we will be going over is called self-instruction, and it's primarily used for the psychomotor and cognitive domain of learning. Here, an educator provides activities that guide the learner in achieving the educational objectives independently, much like an independent study. The goal here is to have mastery of the information and be able to apply it into practice. Some activities to implement self-instruction are through workbooks, study guides, workstations, videos, modules, and computer games. Students are responsible for their learning and they can pace themselves in learning the information. The educator is there to reinforce learning and serve as a resource for motivation that caters to the individual needs. Self-instruction modules should have the following: an introduction and statement of purpose that will have a table of contents, terminal objectives, the module's intent, and directions for usage. It should also have a list of prerequisite skills that a learner should have to use the model, and also a list of behavioral objectives that will describe what skills the learner should have after completing the module. A pretest for a baseline, an identification of resources and learning activities such as videos, slides, or written materials. These should be kept short though, so that learners don't lose their motivation to learn. It should also include periodic self-assessments that offers learners feedback throughout, and a post-test that evaluates the learner's mastery in obtaining the objectives. Self-instruction can be cost-effective given that a number of students can benefit in using one module. An example of a self-study using technology is called computer-assisted instruction. The software program allows the learner to learn at their own pace and get continuous feedback on their progress. A nice advantage with this is that information is consistent and can be accessed anytime, so slow learners can repeat lessons as needed. In addition, using different types of materials like videos, slides, and images allow different types of learners to be able to learn. Let's take a look at this video to gain insight about this type of self-study.
Quadrilaterals have different names. This is an example from the grade 7 through 10 mathematics course, topic 1 on identifying shapes. They may now take a test or instruction. Suppose we select instruction. First figures will be triangles with metric measurement shown on the sides, the scalene triangle being in blue, the magenta triangle being isosceles, and the cyan triangle being equilateral. Quadrilaterals have different names: trapezoids, parallelograms, rhombus, rectangle, and the simple square. Now the student's allowed to take practice problems before they actually begin the assessment phase to see if they have understood all the instruction that they've had previously. If the student says yes, they get up to 5 problems to practice. I'll select 1. The computer creates then a multiple choice question for us. Which of the following figures is a rhombus? I'll select A, which is correct. Now that I've finished my practice problems, the actual test begins. We'll select B, and it flashes to show me that C is the correct answer, B was not.
Remove caps from the spacer and metered dose inhaler. Shake the MDI for 3 to 5 seconds before using. Spray the MDI no more than 4 times before using it for the first time if you haven't used it in a while or if you dropped it. This is called priming the MDI. Insert the opening of the MDI into the rubber-sealed end of the spacer. Stand or sit up straight. Breathe out completely. Put the mouthpiece between your teeth and make a tight seal with your lips. Make sure your teeth and tongue are not blocking the mouthpiece. Press the top of the MDI so it sprays into the chamber. After spraying the MDI into the valved holding chamber, breathe in slowly and deeply. Hold your breath for 10 seconds, then breathe out normally. Only press 1 time. Wait 1 minute and repeat as prescribed for a minimum of 2 puffs. If you hear a whistle, you are breathing in too fast. If the medicine is an inhaled steroid, have your child rinse his or her mouth and brush his or her teeth after each treatment. Make sure you rinse and spit and don't swallow. Clean the spacer and mask once a week. Take apart the spacer before cleaning. Wash the spacer in hot soapy water. Do not place in the dishwasher. Remove it and rinse with clean water. Allow it to air dry on a clean paper towel. Each week, clean the small hole inside the MDI with a wet Q-tip. This will prevent the hole from getting clogged with medicine. Before using the MDI for the first time, read the package insert to see how many doses there are in the MDI. Many new MDIs track doses with counters. If your MDI does not have a counter, mark each dose on the plastic cover. When the counter reads 0, get a new MDI of medicine from the pharmacy. The MDI will still spray, but no medicine will be delivered.